Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your girl Nicki
and Tony.
And right now we just have some updates for you guys that we wanted to share with you guys. I know in our previous video we were talking about how things were going with Chunky Bear, and right now there's a lot going on with him.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. First things first, to start off, like bringing him in the house, it was great. Like me and Nicki finally had something that was ours together, you know. And it was definitely a blessing to have him come in our home. Since we got him, he was having a lot of digestive problems and stuff.
There's a lot of diarrhea. Like the second day we got him, Tony found diarrhea, bloody diarrhea, and was it throw up too that morning?
No, it was just blood. It was blood.
Okay, well, we saw that. We took him to the doctor, the vet, and like we told you guys, he was diagnosed with coccidia. Coccidia is basically transferred from eating your
mom's the mom's feces. Puppies sometimes get into stuff and they eat the mom. Cinnamon wants to be in this video too. Puppies end up eating their mom's poop, and that poop has coccidia type
bacteria.
Of bacteria, and it's like a worm, some type of bacteria or worms. We gave him the medicine.
Yeah, they gave us a dewormer and something to calm his stomach.
From that, it was somewhat helping. I mean, his poop wasn't bloody.
Yeah, and they kind of gave us a special food too to help with his stomach.
Yeah, and that helped, and then
But we realized his stool still wasn't getting hard.
Yeah.
We were still getting watery diarrhea.
Yeah.
So Tony, I took him to get his shots or whatever.
I went out of town.
Tony went to All-Star Weekend. When he got back, we just noticed that he was still
pooping water.
Yeah, it was just water.
2-3 days went by. He had started throwing up now and pooping water.
We took him to the vet, and our vet was actually about to leave early that day, so she recommended us to go to an ER to get x-rays and ultrasounds and stuff, because they were thinking maybe he would have ate something that got obstructed in his tummy or something.
Object,
yeah, foreign object. Maybe we weren't watching him, but me and Tony were pretty good at keeping an eye on him. Sometimes he'll try to pick up sticks outside or something, but we pretty much we're pretty good at keeping an eye on him. Went to the ER. They kept him overnight. They were gonna do ultrasounds and everything. They gave him vitals.
Ultrasounds, parvo.
Yeah.
Dewormer, X-rays,
medicine, everything.
Oh, yeah.
So that turned out to be $1,200 that we had to pay at the ER, and even at the vets we were paying $200 each visit.
Yeah, so we went $200 the first visit for the stomach thing, and then taking them to the vet for the emergency like we just talked about. That was another $200, plus the $1,200 visit at this doctor. They just basically kept him overnight, ran tests, and then gave him back to us and said he's fine.
Yeah, they just thought maybe it was something that was upsetting his stomach.
Yeah.
Because they were saying that childs have very sensitive stomachs, which we started to learn about. So we were just thinking, okay, so maybe he's just upset with the food, or maybe he's allergic to puppy chow. So we were just okay, let's take him home. He was fine that day, but then the next day or that same night, he was still having diarrhea, right?
Diarrhea, and started vomiting again, and then we hit our vet up and told her the following, what happened. She told us to bring us in. She didn't charge us for that visit, right?
Yeah, no.
But then she wanted to keep him overnight, so they kept him overnight. When we picked him up, they gave us some food.
This was all this week, you guys.
Yeah.
This was on Monday, and then Wednesday we had to take him back to the vet. So that's when they kept him overnight, our actual vet. And they said that he's
fine. I mean, it was still watery, but they thought it was
they thought it was the food at this point.
The food, and they thought it was all the medicine we were giving him. Yesterday, Nicki, she had to go to work. I knew I just didn't I knew as soon as that would happen, some weird shit was gonna happen. As soon as she left to go to work, he started having to go to the restroom a lot, and he was trying to poop. And he was trying so bad to poop, and nothing was coming out. He was constipated, and he just kept trying and trying and trying. And then I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm about to take him. I called the vet. She said bring him in. We brought him up. I brought him up there. I had to bring him in the kennel this time, because usually Nicki holds him. Yeah. He was throwing up in the kennel just water and shit. It was nothing coming out. And I get him up there, and they put him in the back, and they kind of he was cool. He was just throwing up. I think was throwing up from the car ride. He don't like rides. Car rides make him sick. He was wagging his tail. He was kind of just tired. His stomach was just bothering him. You could hear him when he was outside. He was
you could hear it's bubbling,
and he was he was trying to poop.
Yeah, he was straining.
So our doctor told us that tomorrow, which is today, that she was going to do an exploratory, basically open him up and look throughout his stomach, his intestines, lower intestines, and just look through all that to see what the hell is going on. Because we kept feeling this thing on his stomach. They thought it was, but the thing is that thing went down. It was big at one time and then went down, so they thought it was just gas in his intestines. Well, this morning they call us, they go into surgery, then they call us a couple hours later and tell us that what it was called intussusception. Intussusception. I don't know what the hell it is. Basically, it's where the intestines, you have two intestines like this, where one just starts to fold inside. So when it folds inside, it's like it makes like a ripple, and basically it can like almost obstruct the intestines. And basically when you go in and open up and do surgery, you can usually pull it back out and straighten it back out. But when they pulled it out, some of it like had holes in it. So what they had to do, they called us, and it was a serious moment. She's like, okay, we can either follow through with the surgery or we can put him to sleep right now.
Yeah, so basically what happened was, like, if they were to continue with surgery, he was going to have like a 50-50 chance as far as like things were going to go well.
And this surgery also cost $1,200.
Actually 15.
Well, 12 at first.
Yeah, okay, so exploratory surgery.
Surgery.
How do you say it?
Exploratory surgery.
The exploratory surgery was going to be $1,200. And then to continue with the surgery to stitch everything back up with his intestines, it was going to be $1,500. So like a couple $100 more, we could take the risk, and that's what we decided to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying, and like we've been trying to give him a fighting chance. I've been trying to protect, do as much as I can for him. Like I haven't spent $3,000 on my own health insurance. Like I need to get shit done. I'm trying my hardest. We're trying our hardest.
Yeah.
Nicki's been tougher than me with this. I've been like the female here. Like honestly, like this is I've been.
I mean, we've had it for a month now. We've definitely gotten attached. I would say Tony and him have a closer connection in the little amount of time that we've been together.
Like, he follows me. I'm his protector, and like I'm trying my best to protect him and get him. Like I'm trying. It's a lot of fucked up shit. Like when we went to the doctor that first time, I found out looking on the internet that you can find this disease through ultrasound. The emergency vet, that was a waste of $1,200 the first time. Like they didn't do shit. They didn't find shit. It was a waste of money, honestly.
Basically, they were only looking for something obstructed inside him. I don't think they were looking for any other possibilities when we took him there. So that was just like a red flag right there. But now, I mean, he's got the surgery, and so far everything's looking good. Like from the vet, they're saying that he's wagging his tail and everything. The only thing that we have to look forward to is recovery. Like we got to make sure there's no leakage, because if there's leakage in the intestines or anything like that, then we're most likely gonna have to make that hard decision.
Yeah, and it's not one I want to make at all. I don't like.
We both don't want to make it. Yeah. But I mean, we're still trying. There's still hope. Tomorrow we're going to be picking him up, and we're going to bring you guys with us, and you can kind of see how he's doing as well. And I mean, right now we're just putting it in God's hands and just letting him do what he got to do, I mean, so far everything's been getting better according to the vet. Like they're going to try feeding him tonight. So really it's just all about if he can heal this week, then I think we'll be good. Yeah. Everything should be good.
Yeah. But, like they said, like, the surgery went well. They said he was standing up. He was sitting down and wagging his tail. He's perfectly fine right now. Like, he's normal. He went through the surgery normal. That's not the problem. The surgery is not the problem. It's the recovery. Yeah. They have to cut the large intestine and then the small intestine. They cut basically where it connected. They had to cut that and then re-sew that together. And they had to hope that that sewing together was a perfect seal. Yep. Which is not easy when you have a large intestine and a small intestine. It's not easy, If there's leakage, the leakage goes into the abdomen, and then they get like peritonitis, which is like fluids in there and stuff.
Yeah, it's just toxic.
Yeah, and I read where you can, you know, get tubes to get that fluid out, but I mean, at that point, it's like, I don't want him to be suffering. Like, I don't, you know. We've talked to the breeder. We signed off for the breeder. It was like a 3-day, like, basically, like, you know, we're not even thinking about that, like, you know, getting our money back and stuff. But honestly, I mean, it's just, I know
that those people are gonna ask questions. Like, there was a contract with the breeder, and we had 3 days to, like, you know, if we wanted to make any exchanges or take him to the vet if he was sick, we were able to, you know. There's no refunds, but we were able to do an exchange for a different
if something happened to him, within that time, but which is at the same time 3 days. But I don't want to exchange. You know, it's not even. Honestly, if something was to happen to him, I don't know if I can have another dog for some time. Yeah, because
I mean, even in the first 3 days, we knew he had coccidia, and we didn't want to change him. We just thought, okay, we can fight this. This is nothing. Yeah. But now it's a month later, and we're realizing it was actually something way more serious than what it originally was. Coccidia was just like, it just made it worse. Yeah. It just made the situation worse.
It's not going to be something that I can just, get another dog and replace. Like, I'm not trying to put another puppy through it because I ain't. You know, it's just, it will take time, but I mean, this is where we're at now, where, you know, basically we got to, the doctor is going to watch him overnight, and tomorrow morning we got to go pick him up, and then there's the option of, one, we taking him home, or we can take him to another hospital and then watch him. So watch him over the weekend. That's what I would like to do. It just depends on how much that would cost. If any of you guys ever had experienced anything like this, let us know. You know, me and Nicki, we haven't, like, I'm not going to sit here, you know, there's way bigger things that happen in people's lives. But for me and Nicki, we never had a kid, so this is, like, the closest thing to, like, us having a kid, and then the potential, like, you know, like, of missing, like, something happening, so it hurts.
And I'm pretty sure y'all can tell, like, how much invested we've been. Like, when we got that phone call this morning, like, I was about to cry. And I know Tony, like, he was hurt about it, too. Like, most likely if I wasn't here, I wouldn't be surprised, maybe.
What?
You would have got emotional.
I mean, like I said, like, I mean, I know people that have lost their kids, you know, lost their kids or lost, and so
we're not trying to compare it to that.
It's not comparable, but just knowing, just coming from our perspective, I know a lot of my older head people that are, like, you know, old people who had a wife and probably had a dog, and that was like their first kid until they actually had children or whatever. So, like, for us, it's like very it hurts. It definitely hurts. So, I'm trying to remain optimistic, but at the same time, I prepare for the worst, so that, you know, it's just, I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm keeping faith. And I've been praying for both of us and for Chunky Teddy Bear. So just pray for us, you guys. And tomorrow, like, we're going to pick him up and bring him home. And we'll keep you guys posted. Back Chunky. He's a little cold head. Let me look at your face.
His tail is hitting me so hard.
Babe, this is the cutest thing ever. Well, not really, but it's funny.
We got Chunkers back.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get them back to the house as easy as possible without him throwing up and all that. But he's happy. He's so happy.
You're eating? You just ate, right? 1/4 cup? How are you feeling? So what did he do when we got home? He used the bathroom, right?
He was good in the car right here. I got home, he pissed like everything out of his system, and then he went and pooped like diarrhea.
But that's still good though. Yeah, there's no blood.
They said he wouldn't probably poop till tomorrow and it would be diarrhea, but he pooped today, and he was sitting there for a long time. Yeah. Everything came out, so his tracks were trying to work, and now he's eating like crazy. So.
A little cold. Oh, but you guys, we just wanted to give you an update. He's doing good. We will be continuing to vlog the rest of the
Let's just be honest though, that these next 12 to 24 hours are the most detrimental. So just pray for him.
Yes.
And we'll keep you guys updated. You know, we got him. He got out of surgery 24 hours. I would say around 1 o'clock was when it ended, 1-2. So it's about to hit 24 hours.
Yeah, Chunkers.
He's already pooped, and let's just pray that Full
things
recovery.
continue, right? Well, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're still interested in hearing any of you guys if you've dealt with this as well. And again, this is your girl Nikki and Tony, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Peace.